Hi, this is Ian with Touratech USA, and I am here to introduce you to a very unique suspension system that you probably didn't know about. This is the Touratech ACE Dynamic Suspension System. ACE stands for Actively Controlled Electronic Suspension System. And this is something that we've actually had for a while, but not many folks know about it, so I wanted to tell you guys what this is really all about, what it does. This suspension system is made for the oil-cooled R1200GS, so that's the 2005 through 2013 R1200GS, the oil-cooled version. And this system is made up of 4 different components. You've got your rear shock and your front shock. These look a whole lot like our normal suspension systems for the 1200GS. The difference is we have this electronic preload adjuster for the rear shock, and you'll notice that both of these shocks offer electronic damping adjustment. Now, you might be asking yourself, what's so different about this suspension? The oil-cooled bike was available with electronic suspension from 2008 to the end of its production run, but this is actually an electronic conversion suspension system that is designed to fit onto the bikes that were made without electronic suspension. Beyond that, this is also a fully dynamic electronic suspension system. So this little brain box right here has gyros in it and has accelerometers in it, and you mount it in a fixed location on the motorcycle, and while you're riding, it's sensing the movement of the bike, acceleration, braking, bumping, yawing, and it's using all that information to actively adjust the shock absorbers while you're riding. That is very similar to the way that the dynamic suspension system on a water-cooled 1200GS works, but this is technology that's available for the oil-cooled older bikes. This other unit right here, this is the control unit that you mount onto the handlebar of the motorcycle, and this is what you use to interface with the electronics on this system. It has 3 different settings. On this side here, you've got the EPA, that's your electronic preload adjuster. You have 5 different levels to choose from, so just by clicking buttons on the handlebar, you can change the ride height in the back of the motorcycle. That's to adjust for the weight of a passenger or luggage that you're going to be adding to the motorcycle. One below that, you've got ACE, that's the Actively Controlled Electronic System, and that you have 5 different settings. That goes from like a comfort mode to a sport mode, and that changes how involved this brain is in adjusting the bike to different riding conditions. So it's something that you'll really want to play with. You get a feel for the way it changes the way the bike handles. The last one there, DDA, that's for the dynamic damping adjustment. That is the electronic bypass that adjusts how much oil is moving through the shim stacks in the shocks. And you again have 5 modes there. So that's your comfort, normal, sport like you would get on an ESA bike. But rather than only 3 levels, you have 5 levels in this one. So you've got your 5 levels of comfort control, you've got your 5 levels of electronic intervention to change how the bike is adjusted for different riding conditions, and you have your 5 levels of electronic preload adjust to keep the ride height of the bike stable depending on how much weight you have on it. So one more time, this is the Touratech ACE Dynamic Shock Set. This is for the oil-cooled 1200GS. It's designed for the bikes that did not come with electronic suspension from the factory. It's a very interesting, very unique system that's very smart and does a whole lot of really cool things for your motorcycle.